I'm Edwin Warfield, the publisher of Citybiz, and I'm honored today to interview Randy Beeman, who is the Director of Wealth Management at formerly YHB Wealth Advisors and now GJ Wealth Advisor. Welcome, Randy.
Thank you. I know that GJ is a little hard to say together sometimes.
So, earlier this year, YHB Wealth Advisors announced its partnership with Glass Jacobson Wealth Advisors. Can you highlight the additional capabilities and resources from this partnership?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Well, as you may know, YHB is a 75-plus-year-old accounting firm, and over the years, they have grown through acquisitions. Most of that didn't really impact us directly because we're in the wealth division, which was started in January of 2018. They were adding more accounting services. But recently, they did acquire an accounting firm in Maryland that also had a wealth management division. And that accounting firm, even though it was smaller than YHB, it's 20 years old. And because their wealth management division is older than us, they decided to merge the two together. We had grown pretty substantially since 2018. I think we got to about 125 million in client assets under management by the beginning of this year. But Glass Jacobson's wealth division was about 700 or 800 million. So they merged the two together. So the combination of the two, we've now formed Glass Jacobson Wealth Advisors, or GJ Wealth Advisors, and it's nearly $1 billion now in client assets under management. So it gives us not only the ability to do the traditional financial planning and portfolio management services we had been doing for clients, but we have the addition now of being able to do 401k plan administration for small companies. We can do things like divorce consultation or 1031 exchange consultation for clients that have those needs. So it helped us to expand not only our footprint geographically into Maryland, but also the services that we offer as well.
So give us a little more depth on the services and capabilities that you provide.
Sure. I think one of the biggest benefits that clients come to us realize is the integration of the financial management and the tax side of it and accounting side of it. It's basically, if they're under the same umbrella, corporate-wise, we have the capability of working with the CPA that the client has throughout the year, rather than just waiting at the end of the year to find out what mistake might have been made. We can manage more proactively together throughout the year. Another benefit and a sort of integration of the services of the merger is that Glass Jacobson is what's called CFEX certified, and that stands for the Center for Fiduciary Excellence. As YHB Wealth, we were fiduciaries as well, which meant that we all operate in the client's best interest first and on a flat fee basis, but they're actually certified by that Center for Fiduciary Excellence. So it's a sort of certification that we demonstrate we're putting the client's needs first in all situations.
And so what is your focus now with the transition to GJ?
That's a good question. It's basically the same as what has always been since I came into the business professionally in 1998. And that's basically to help clients achieve their financial goals, whatever those might be, but with as least risk possible, which is important, especially in today's environment. Throughout history, that's been easier to achieve in some periods than it is right now. And as the Fed has been increasing rates for the last several months to try to combat inflation and slow the economic growth down, that's caused a lot of volatility in both the equity and the income markets. And a lot of clients that aren't sort of in this every day may not understand the reasons behind some of that volatility. And it causes anxiety because they're just uncertain. So one of the areas of anxiety that the average investor is probably feeling is that traditionally, whenever you had weakness in the equity markets, the income side of the portfolio acted as a ballast to be able to help offset the decline in the equity markets. That's the way it's supposed to work. Well, in this environment, it's not working because interest rates are moving up, and it's like a seesaw. When rates move higher, the price of income assets that are in circulation go down. So investors are faced with the environment where they're seeing both sides of their allocation of their portfolio going down at the same time. And a lot of investors don't understand why that happens. So our focus most recently has been trying to educate investors as to why that's going on, help protect their portfolio as much as possible from that happening, by proper diversification, and remind them that they own high quality assets. We're value oriented investors. We focus on buying good quality when it's on sale on both the income and the equity side. Remind them that they own good quality assets that are going to be there when this short-term volatility is over with.
So you were a co-founder of the Wise Investor Group in Western Virginia and co-hosted the Wise Investor Show on WMAL 6:30 a.m. and 105.9 FM in Washington, D.C. Tell us about those experiences.
It was a great time, actually. Hosting a 2-hour live radio show is an interesting thing. If you have never done it, it takes a while to get used to doing that. You're basically in a room talking to yourself for 2 hours, trying to keep it interesting to the listeners. I really enjoyed it. I did it from the beginning of 1998 until 2013 when I left the group there. But and I miss it, quite honestly. It was a lot of work to prepare for each show, but I do miss it. Our goal in doing the shows every week was to be able to try to present a learning environment to listeners. We were very non-sales oriented. Half the time we didn't even give out our phone number. We were there to educate and to help them to understand better how to invest properly. And because of the feedback we got, I think we achieved those goals. We had, over the years, many people tell us that they learned so much. It's like having a seminar every week on the radio show. And I have, in the past, since I've come to YHB in 2018, I've done a few podcasts called Let's Talk Investing. And I'm hoping to be able to do some more of those in the coming year in the same kind of format, more of an instructional type of podcast rather than something that's a little bit more esoteric.
And tell us about who are the other key members of your team?
There's quite a few, actually. Within the combined YHB Glass Jacobson group now, we have a number of CPAs and CFAs, certified financial analysts, as well as CFPs, advisors with many years of experience that work with the clients. One person I want to mention in particular here in Winchester is Jamie Brothers. She is one of the client service administrators that works with me directly here. And she and the other client service administrators in the group are tremendously important because they work with clients doing all the sort of paperwork that's involved in this business, opening up accounts, funding accounts, getting distributions to the clients when they need them, helping them register online to see their accounts online. And without that administrative backup and support, none of the other professional staff could actually do what they do. And so it's tremendously important. But there's a huge number now of very experienced people that are there to support the clients on a daily basis.
And so what are the growth plans for GJ and YHB now with this new partnership?
Well, historically, we have grown organically, primarily through referrals from the CPA partners. Essentially, when a CPA would meet with a client and something would come up, maybe they had a liquidity event, they sold a business, or they sold a piece of property, or they had a divorce, or they had some kind of life event that caused a financial change in their situation, that would be a key for that CPA to bring us into the relationship so that we can then consult with the client, understand what the changes are, help them figure out what their goals are for those changes in their financial situation, and develop a plan to achieve those goals, again, with the least risk possible. So mostly that's been organic growth from existing accounting-related clients. We've done a little bit of outside marketing, but not much, and we may do more of that in the future. But right now, we're focused on growing organically and, most importantly, helping clients that we have safely navigate the current volatility in the markets and make sure that they're achieving their goals.
So is there any part of the Randy Beeman story or the GJ Wealth Advisor story that you haven't shared with us that you'd like to share?
I think you've been pretty good in asking the questions, actually. You've been probing pretty good. And I think that just basically that summarized that the combination of the two firms together has made us stronger, better able to serve the client's needs, and very likely continue to grow as we go into the future.
Well, Randy, I want to thank you for your time, and I look forward to as you scale up to $2 billion assets under management. Touch base with us. We like to see those assets under management grow, and so
thank you.
Thank you for your time.
We'll be back here whenever we hit that milestone.
Thanks, Randy.